Joining us now is Councilwoman Karen Hiller and Christina Valdivia Alcala. Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys are part of an initiative, so let's start with that. It's called Changing Our Culture of Property Maintenance Initiative. Tell us about that.
Well, the Changing Our Culture of Property Maintenance has been a long time coming. I would say probably 2 years or more. We're finally getting it kick-started, and what we are hoping to do is to change the culture not only within the city of Topeka on how city folks relate to the citizens of Topeka when it comes to things like code enforcement, mowing, vegetation, etc., but also how neighbors start to re-engage with their own neighborhoods and how they relate to the city themselves. So when I consider the program overall, what I believe it's really about is us leaning in towards each other, especially our neighborhoods. How can we change the dynamic? How can we change the energy that will help us get out our front door, see what we need as a neighborhood, and get together as a neighborhood and align to make things better?
Sure. And when was this initiative created?
As Councilwoman Valdivia Alcala said, this has been a long time coming, but the City Council's Public Health and Safety Committee has been working on it actively for 2 years to kind of do most of the council. Everyone on the council listens to what's happening. Those of us that have active low-income neighborhoods are active with those neighborhoods. We hear it, we see it all the time, but it's complex. You know, there's policy to it, there's procedures, there's tickets, there's courts, there's giving people extensions, but fundamentally we wanted to tackle it not only from that policy side, but as Christina said, people helping each other. We kind of talk about, you know, maybe the way to think about it is going back to the 40s when you took care of your own house and you helped your neighbors and your family, so that Topeka is just a better, all of our neighborhoods are more attractive, better kept, more pride in them, and they're self-sufficient, and people aren't waiting for the city to come out and give them a ticket or a warning or mow it and charge them, and just get rid of all that to take care of ourselves.
Yeah. And speaking of mowing, there's now, the city is seeking proposals for the pilot mowing program. Tell us what this is.
Well, the pilot mowing program, the RFP will close, I think it is on June 6th. Okay. And this was a proposal to take in bids from folks that are interested in providing mowing services to those that need it, right, before it gets to the stage of code enforcement. And the RFP, we hope, the initial meeting drew in about 14 to 17 people. It was really well attended, people with a lot of questions on how we can get involved. Do I have the right kind of mowing equipment, etc. And so it was well attended. We put it out. There's a way for you to access it on the city website. And what the goal is going to be to provide a fixed, affordable fee to get these lawns mowed by those that need it because they can't do it themselves, or they are elder, or they don't have the equipment, etc.
Okay, and you said the request for the proposal closes on June 6th. So what are the next steps after that?
Well, the next steps are, and the city is offering some incentives to help get those businesses started. Once that happens, we will kick into the volunteer recruitment end of that as well. The idea being that some people have a little money, they're just not used to hiring it done or aren't sure of somebody. So to make sure we've got a paid mowing program that's affordable and that's long-term. This is not just a one-shot deal. Mm-hmm. It's to change that culture and build it into the neighborhoods. But there will be people who need help, so there will be a volunteer recruitment phase to watch for right after this closes, at which point the city's community engagement staff is prepared is setting up a system to take calls from people that need some help and get them referred into either the paid mowing programs or the volunteer programs to get that whole rolling. We're working on some policy stuff on the side, but the action pieces are the mowing, self-mowing, volunteer mowing, and the mowing program.
Okay, now real quick, we're out of time, but I want to make sure we get to this. Where can people go to get information about this if they're interested in it?
People can check on the city's website at www.topeka.org.
Okay.
And at this point should call the community engagement office, which is
Not sure of the number, but they type in community engagement. It'll lead them into Monique Glaudet's office, and they'll have a number there where they can contact her, and hopefully we can share that with you later.
Okay.
That's
Yes,
fine.
we'll
They're
we'll have
trying
a
to set
website
up
up
a
and we'll.
special number, which we don't have yet.
Okay. That's all the time we have. Thank you both for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you.